Hello yogis, welcome to Yoga with Catherine. Today we're going to be working on spine flexibility and mobility. So why exactly would we want to improve our spine health? Well, our spine is the foundation for our entire body. It holds us up, right? And we all know how debilitating back pain can be. So basically, if our spine is not healthy, we aren't healthy. Practicing spine movement can help prevent injury, help reduce pain, improve your posture, and also, surprisingly enough, improve your mental well-being. It really just is all connected. So hop on your mat and let's move. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to focus on is actually our neck. Everything is connected here. If you are having neck pain, you may be compensating for the neck pain by rounding the spine or maybe tensing the muscles here, and that can lead all the way down your back. So we do want to make sure that we're taking care of each part of the spine. So, I'm just going to take you through a few neck movements to start off. So the first thing that we're going to start off with, I want to make sure that I'm in a good angle so that you guys can see me, is a yes, no, and a maybe movement. Now this may seem very, very simple, but just think about it. When do you actually really turn your neck? The only time that people typically do this is when they're checking their blind spot. Otherwise, we're not really moving our neck at all. We're looking straight. Maybe we look slightly to the side, but everything that we do is facing forward, right? You really want to make sure that you're moving your neck in all the different types of ranges of motion that it has. So first thing, a no movement. So just looking from right to left, making sure that your foundation is good. Your spine is nice and long, your shoulders are relaxed, and that's when you can actually start doing the movement. So nice long spine, shoulders relaxed, look from right to left. Slow and controlled. Breath nice and steady, making sure that you're not pushing past any pain points. If you feel any pain, just stop right there. Don't push further than that. That just really means that you need to be moving your neck more. So doing 10 repetitions of those, and then we're going to do yes movements. So that's looking all the way up, but not dunking into the back of the neck. You're lifting through the neck, lifting the chin up, and then down. Just making sure you're not dunking here. You're going to be crushing a lot of really important things in the back of your neck there, okay? Looking up and down, lubricating the joint. And you'll be surprised with how good this actually feels. And you're like, how can something so simple feel so good? The next thing that we're going to do is a maybe motion. So that's just wobbling on the axis. We're not stretching the neck. We're just doing a little wobble from side to side. So once again, make sure your foundation is good, and then tilt your head to the right and the left. Just wobbling on that axis. This movement right here. Okay. Now, I do want to tell you, do not do this when people are swinging their necks around. If you're in a yoga class and they're like, do neck circles. Don't do it, don't fall for it. They don't understand that the neck is very delicate and we don't want to be throwing it around in any way. We want to make sure that all the movement that we're doing is controlled, smooth, and pretty organized, really. Like, you don't want to be just throwing it around and not really thinking about it. All right, so the next one that we're going to do is kind of funny, but we do need to include this range of motion. So it's called the funky chicken. You're going to push your chin forward and then draw your chin back. Okay, I know, it makes the double chin, it's not flattering, I totally understand, but it is great for your neck. So push forward and back, sliding on that axis right there. Funky chicken. Put on some music, put on some tunes, and just go with this movement. Just counting to 10 and then kind of just working your way up to 15, 20 on both sides, and just making sure that you get those movements in every single day. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is a seated cat-cow. So just come to a comfortable seat. If sitting on your bum is not comfortable, you can always pop a block underneath you if that's something that you wanna do. Just make sure that you're comfortable and even. So what I mean by that is don't sit like this. You want to make sure that your back can be nice and straight, because obviously the spine has a curve here when you're sitting like that. So you can also sit on a chair if you'd like to, and then just have your legs in a nice comfortable position. Otherwise, just sit on your bum. Place your hands on your knees. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, push back, rounding the spine, drawing the shoulder blades apart from one another, and tuck in the chin. Inhale, arch the spine, draw the shoulder blades together, shifting your gaze up towards the ceiling. And you can also kind of hold your knees and then see if you can draw your elbows together to really, really get nice and deep. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And once again, just making sure that you get 10 to 15 reps per day of this movement is going to be life-changing. If you take anything from this video, my community knows that I am always saying you need to be doing cat-cow every single day. All right, so the next movement that we're going to do is very similar, but we're just adding a little bit more of a range of motion here. So place your hands on your knees again, and then this time you're going to bring your chest over to the left, forward, over to the right, keeping both your sit bones nailed to the ground, and push back. So forward, kind of arching, round, rounding as you go back, and repeat. Forward, to the side, back. So nice big circles. Linking your breath to your movement. That is also crucial. And then let's reverse, so going the other direction. Amazing for your spine. If this feels a little bit weird, just make the movements smaller and then just practice growing it over time. Just doing 10 reps on both sides. The next move that we're going to do, staying seated, is some side bends. So once you've got a good foundation, again, nice long spine, plant your right hand on the mat. Lift your left arm up and over as you side bend over to the right. Now, wait until you feel that nice deep stretch in your side body and then stop there. Don't push. This is a very neglected area. So if you push it too far, it's really easy to pull. So just be very, very gentle. We're putting our spine into that C shape, which is really, really nice when it never gets to be in this shape. Deep inhale. As you exhale, see if you can just go slightly deeper into that side bend. And then come up and we'll go to the other side. So wait till you feel that stretch. Once you do, inhale. Exhale, release, try to go a little bit deeper and then come to the other side. So you really want to be making this a dynamic movement. Inhale. Exhale, release. Coming all the way to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, release, and doing 10 on both sides, and then just working your way up. The next thing we're going to do is some seated twists, staying on our bum. Very, very simple. Inhale, reach both your arms all the way up to the sky. Don't hunch your shoulders up to your ears, draw them down. And as you exhale, float your left hand over to your right knee and twist over to the right. Another deep inhale. As you exhale, twist even deeper. Now, I don't recommend twisting over to the right and then to the left. Twist, 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 because that's putting a lot of stress on your spine. So we don't really want to make this a full-on movement unless you're doing very gentle, slow and small twists, okay? So don't twist all the way and then twist all the way there. Just take it nice and easy with this, and you're still getting the benefits of this range of motion, especially if you're using your breath. So inhaling, and then as you're exhaling, going a little deeper. So we'll go to the other side by lifting the arms all the way up to the sky again. As you exhale, float the right hand down and then twist over to the left. We're using the breath, inhale. As you exhale, twisting over. Inhale, slowly coming all the way back, reaching the arms up to the sky, and then you'll go the other direction again, 10 on both sides. All right, so we're finally gonna change it up a little bit. From here, lengthen out your left foot and then bring your right foot in a little bit closer. Plant your right hand down onto your mat and then sweep your left arm all the way up, coming into a baby wild thing, and then float back down. Inhale, floating up, baby wild thing, and then coming down. So this is not a crazy movement. We're not really moving the left leg too much. We're just pushing up off of our sit bones, putting our spine into a slight extension, and then coming back down. Very gentle. And just practice this 10 to 15 times, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then of course, to do the other side, you just switch your legs around, plant your left hand, and then sweep your right up and over, pushing the hips up, and then floating back down. Inhale up, and back down. Nice and gentle, inhale up, and back down. All right, so the last movement that we're gonna do is very similar to what we just did, but we're just changing it up a little bit, maybe going a little bit deeper. Now you have the option to do this one, but you can just play around with this. So what we're going to be practicing is camel pose, but more of like a flow into camel pose, a flow out. Now the full expression of camel pose is very deep, but I wouldn't recommend going straight into camel pose. But we're just going to practice something very similar. So you're just going to sit on your knees are together. And then from here, you're going to plant your right hand down onto your fingertips, and you're going to do that kind of sweeping motion again. So sweep the left arm up and over your head, push your hips forward, and then come back down. Do the other side, pushing your hips up, sweeping your arms up, and then come back down. Now, if this is too intense, just practice those other movements that we did previously first and then work your way up to this. Don't force it. Otherwise, just take it nice and slow, sweeping up the hand, pushing the hips forward, and then coming back down, all right? Nice and slow and controlled, making sure that you're feeling no pain. All right, so that is spine mobility and flexibility for beginners. If this helps you at all, please do give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please let me know in the comments as well how you practice spine mobility and flexibility. And if this felt good for you, what were the challenges that you had? I will answer every question that comes into my comments. I always do. So please do comment, let me know how it went for you. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Namaste.